The availability of information via IT is transforming lives across the board.
The future is going to be certainly different from what it is today.
I'm very optimistic about the future for the BPO industry.
I'm wanting the land before 20.
Yes, I realized this is what I'm supposed to do.
Kenya is on the brink of an IT revolution. At the heart of it is the new fibre optic technology that's now connecting millions of Kenyans to the internet as never before. Fibre optic cable is essentially a flexible glass tube that allows huge amounts of information to flow cheaply and reliably from one terminal to another anywhere in the world.
You now have the fastest, the most reliable mode of communication through fiber optics. Within the country, terrestrial fiber communications allows us to be able to do a lot of things that previously we could not be able to do.
In the next 5 to 10 years, the service sector, especially ICT, would contribute much more than aggregate contribute to GDP. This is completely a shift of mind from what we thought before.
Information actually empowers people. The more people access information, the more people are able to evaluate the services, opportunities, and the more they are able to bargain for their rights.
You don't have to be a software developer. Whether you're in agriculture, engineering, whether you're a lawyer, a doctor, that you can actually apply IT to your as a tool of the trade.
A24 Media is the first online agency for African content, whereby we get video and still photographs from around the continent, from freelance contributors, broadcasters, and NGOs. We get the content into Nairobi, we re-edit, reformat it, and put it up on our portal, and then distribute it to every domestic broadcaster around the world. It's all done online, it's all done using the internet. What's happened in the last 10 years is a complete revolution on the side of the internet. We had internet access, it was slow, it was very unreliable, it kept dropping out and cutting off on us. What has changed with fiber now is that we have high speeds, and it's just made the whole internet much more accessible.
When we were using satellite, we had to pay per second, per byte how it was going up, and the costs were in the hundreds of dollars. Now, a feature story that's anywhere between 4 and 5 minutes is costing us, down to $20 or $30. A 3-minute piece that would normally take us all night to upload, and a lot of time it would cut out and so forth, and we would have to come back the next day. We can get it up within the hour now.
With the internet now, with these high speeds, with people having the ability to tap into websites and to get information from the continent, information of stories being told by Africans about Africa, it's going to change the entire perception of how people see this continent. They're going to see this place for what it really is, a place of wonderful culture and wildlife and flora and fauna, of great people, and this is going to improve the way business is being done on this continent.
Businesses don't have to be big or large multinational corporations in order to take advantage of information technology. A business can be as small as one person, one laptop.
Mama Mike's customers are Kenyans who live in the US and in Europe, and they visit our website to buy gifts for their family at home. Some of the gifts they buy is things like airtime, which is a simple, easy product to buy, and we deliver the airtime to the phone instantly. Shopping vouchers for shopping at leading supermarket stores like Nakumatt and Uchumi. Flowers, cakes, and even a goat on special occasions. And so we're connecting service where people abroad who have a need, an emotional need to satisfy by giving a gift to their family at home. That's our business. Let me show you the mbuzi, the goat. We have two types of goats. We have the senge, which is a big goat, which is about 20 kilograms, and a lighter goat of about 16 kilograms. The customer comes online, looks at the information. Once they're satisfied with the details and they're satisfied with the price, they click on the button buy. Then you'll get a receipt showing you an invoice showing you the amount, the service fee. The next process is giving us your details, where you're located, and your payment information, and then telling us who the mbuzi is going to, where they're located, and how do we get in touch with them. And so we show up with the goat and the opportunity to actually slaughter it for you on site. So it's a packaged mbuzi, as we call it.
Businesses that operate like this are now known as IT-enabled services. The term covers all operations that use information technology as a platform for services over the internet. Central to this is the concept of business process outsourcing, or BPO. This is where people who can deliver a service cost-effectively act as online suppliers to clients anywhere in the world.
Welcome to Kenco.
Kenco is the first international call center in Kenya. The big idea behind the organization was to put Kenya on the map as a country where innovation can occur, where we can use technology to bridge the divide between the developing world and the undeveloped. Companies in the Western world are looking for new destinations of English speakers, countries where they can find large numbers of employees who can answer phones at a lower cost, but at the same quality as what they can get in their own countries. The biggest single improvement we have felt has been the arrival of the submarine fiber cables. They have lowered our costs. They've made it easier for us to do business.
Please give me that reference line. Let me check whether your line has been activated for internet. It
used to cost us over $6,000 per meg per month, and now it is somewhere in the $300-400. When I walk into Kencall and I see 400, 500, 600 people banging away at the computers, winning awards globally for being the best call center outside of Europe, that's when I realized this is what I'm supposed to do.
BPO is about much more than call centers.
Back office operations such as data capture, scanning, transcription, designing of documents on behalf of other clients, research operations,
and many other support services beyond call centers.
We are dealing with clients from America, from the US, from the UK, and from India. Clients who require services in data entry or transcription. The client sends us audio files, again via the internet. We listen to what the audio files are and we type it out. We also have internet research. So the client has a set of questions that we look up on the internet and we fill that in. We've previously done data validation. So the client sends us spreadsheets and spreadsheets of data, whereby we search the internet for the correct data and send it back to the client. Our unit at the moment has 60 seats, and that is likely to grow as we continue because there is so much more work out there.
People who actually grew up and made a living themselves by digging the ground are going to have their children use computers and laptops. I actually believe we're beginning to see those very people communicate with those children via the internet. Not via computer, but through their phones.
Kenya is going to be so much different from what it is today. The future generations will have access to much more information. It actually unlocks their potential in terms of economic empowerment.
I am excited to be living in Kenya at this particular moment. It's actually Kenya's moment, in my view. I would not be anywhere else for any reason other than here in Nairobi, Kenya.